Hello all, welcome to I believe my second video within the advertisement unit. So we're just going to focus on creating an advertisement that utilizes the skills that many companies use to promote their advertisement. And in order to do that, I want to quickly go over a couple of advertisements. So I'm going to quickly go over, let's see, advertisements. So as you can see, within the male cologne industry, they like to emphasize the image of the model that's promoting the advertisement. And in order to do this, what many male cologne companies do is they like to portray the cologne as a very masculine, manly thing, and they like to imply that if you use this cologne, that you will get this and this. So if you look at a cologne like this one right here, so you have Puff, you have Diddy right there, and then you have the cologne right here. So Unforgivable Woman, the Saint Woman from Sean John. So what this ad does is that it emphasizes the text Unforgivable Woman. So it's trying to make the ad appear passionate, sexy, and that is represented with the image in the background. And if you look at another ad, like per se, let's see, this one right here, Intimately Becca. So the word's intimate. So trying to make it look very passionate, very sexy, and that's what many of the female advertisements do, or advertisements that involve feminine names per se. And by that I mean like many of these companies use words like intimate, sexy, that just drives the customer viewing the advertisement home. So let's just say I was looking at a Dior, Chanel, or Dior cologne, any Dior cologne per se. So Dior cologne ad. So let's just see Savage, which is the one I'm using in this video. As you can see, they put emphasis on the model. The model's looking this way, in this direction. So it's taking the audience's eyes this way. And now it's looking at Savage, Dior, and then in a very tight writing, it's promoting the new fragrance in a new font. So while these are sticking out, this is another way of like promoting the purpose of the perfume while also making sure the text does not overshine the name of the perfume. So this is just another way Dior has managed to cleverly promote their advertisement. So what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and search up a cologne that you like, and just one cologne, and you're gonna go ahead and download that image. And next you're gonna type in B&W model, either male or female. I just chose male because I want to portray it like the ads many cologne advertisers use. But it could be a female. The choice is up to you. So I chose this one right here. I downloaded it, and then I put it into Photoshop and I traced it. So what I want to do is, since I already traced them and we went over this last class, if you need help tracing, you're going to come here to the object selection tool, right click, quick selection, and just trace the perfume by itself. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're on plus, because plus is what allows you to collect more of the image. Minus subtracts the image. So if let's say you over traced, and like this one right here, I over traced, I'm going to come in and subtract part of the image out like so. So I'm only getting the person. So as mentioned, right, I'm going to come here, copy my perfume, and I'm going to paste it right here in the center of the image. And next what I want to do is I'm going to unlock my background, And I'm going to use a cool tool that we haven't gone over in class yet, and this is the gradient tool. So in order to use it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom into my perfume, like so. And I'm going to come here to the bottom left hand of my screen, and I'm going to click on Set Foreground Color. And I'm going to make this color, the primary color, or the primary theme of the perfume is trying to portray. So I'm going to come here, click on the black, and then since I've already done this, I'm going to come here, click on the black like so, click OK. And then next I'm going to come here to the background color, and I'm going to come here and select this color down here, hit OK like so. Oops, let me quickly fix that. I'm going to come there and hit OK. So now that I've done that, the next step is to go ahead and come here to the gradient tool. And now let me just quickly show you what this tool can really do. It makes it a really impressive tool. So now what I want to do is I'm going to simply drag it like that. And boom. Now the two colors I've selected are beautifully faded in to the image. So now that I've done that, I'm going to come here to scale and make sure, you're going to make sure you're on the cologne itself. You're going to come here, edit, transform, and you're going to increase the size of the cologne like so. And now that you've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly tweak the image. So in order to do that, I want to come here to hue and saturation, and I'm going to slightly add more color by increasing the saturation, as well as increasing the hue and directing it towards a color that I feel like best complements the purpose of the advertisement, like so. And now that I've done that, I'm going to create a new layer, and this layer is going to be for our model. So you're going to use the same tools that you use to trace the cologne, being the object selection tool. And let's say you've let me go back to the example I used right here. Let's say you've traced your guy like so. It's not perfect tracing, but let's say you've traced him, and now you paste him right here, and there's a bit of background. I'm gonna come here to the magnetic lasso tool, right click magnetic lasso tool, and you're just gonna trace around the image of the model, and you're gonna crop out the background like so. So that's just a way to get rid of the excess background. But back to our model right here. Since I've already traced him, I'm just gonna come here, copy my model, and now that I've done that, I'm gonna come here to the original project. 1 minute. Yes, right here. I'm gonna come here and paste it. As you can see, it's very small, so I'm gonna come here and increase the size, edit, transform, scale, and I'm just going to drag and increase the size of the image. And I'm going to make sure our model fits the entire image, like so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this layer, and I'm going to put it under cologne, as you can see on my bottom right hand screen. And now I'm going to slightly increase the size because I want his head to be touching the top of the cologne. So, or actually, wait. Let me quickly tweak it. I just want to decrease the size actually. Per se, I'm actually going to let me first get rid of the cologne first. I want to focus on the size of the model. So, I'm gonna come here, edit, transform, scale, increase the size just a little bit. And now that I've done that, I'm going to come here to the cologne. I'm going to bring it back. Now you see how there's like a sharp line from where the image was cut? I'm going to place the cologne right there because it just looks weird if you just have that sharp line of the cologne, of the cologne just there. And now to put emphasis on the cologne, I'm going to keep it in the direction he's looking at. So when the customers see the model, they'll be like, oh, he's looking directly at the cologne. So first, to make sure they first see the model, I'm going to increase the size yet again. I want to hold shift this time, so I'm only changing the height, like so, the height and the width of the model. So now that I've done that, I'm going to partially move to the side, like so. And then I'm going to come here to my cologne, and we're going to increase the size. So now that I've increased the size like so, I think we're pretty set per se. Now the next step would be to add text. So I'm going to come here and type in, and make sure this is white so you guys can see. I'm going to come here and type Dior, like so. And I'm going to keep it at the top because we want them to look at the image from the top. They're looking at the name of the perfume, look at the model, they see his eyes, and then they can see that he's looking directly at the perfume. So Dior, I'm going to make this a size 24, fairly short, actually 36, it's a bit too small. So I'm going to keep that to the side, I'm going to copy and paste it. And now I'm going to come here, increase the size to this, it's too small, 72. So, actually that's way too small as well. So, actually let me first type it out. So, Sauvage. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cover that cut of the model's head. So, I'm going to come here and place it right there on his head. Sauvage. Dior. So, I could place it like there. Then I come back to Dior, and I place it right there. Honestly, it depends, but it seems like I'm struggling to get like a proper coverage of the head. So I may just have to increase the size or bring that upwards like that. And then I think we have a pretty good placement of the font. So now the next step would be to, I'm going to go ahead and apply effect onto the model. You guys can pick any effect that you think best fits the purpose of the advertisement. I may go for lighten, but let me first check out the rest and just see what they do with the image itself. And since I'm going for a black and white type image, I may just stick with linear dodge, like so. Before it was that, and now it is that. And now I'm going to come here again, increase the size because I feel like it's just a mess just to have that head, part of his head, over the cut over the border of the background. And now it looks fairly blended well, and that's what you want with this advertisement. So now the final step, now that I put the text there, is to best position the cologne itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to the hue and saturation. I'm going to decrease the lightness and brightness a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. And I'm just going to adjust the lightness of the saturation. So now put emphasis on the model looking down. So whenever anyone sees this advertisement, they're going to see Sauvage, Dior, read the text, look down, and see the perfume, like so. And another thing I could do is I could come down to my bottom right hand corner, go to adjustments layer, go to color balance, make the image more cyan, like so, and more blue, like so, and then the colors are blended in beautifully. And now the final step is I'm going to make so it's less prevalent. So you're only focusing on the Sauvage. I'm gonna make this a darker color. So you're not really looking at the name of the company, you're looking at the Sauvage. So I'm putting emphasis on the name of the perfume. So, Sauvage, Dior. And now, lastly, I'm just gonna come here, highlight the text, I'm gonna increase it to 100. So, Sauvage, coming to Dior, like so. And then that could be my advertisement. I can even place the text like, per se, down here just a little bit, and then bring down the Sauvage as well. But yeah, that's the first of many advertisement projects within our unit. This is just one select advertisement I made. I made another one right here using the same group of images, like so. The only difference is I put emphasis on the Dior. I could do the same right here quickly. Let me just show you. I come here and make this 100, I believe it was. I put like, let's say, actually, no, I'll switch it up. I come here 60. Put Dior in the corner. So, come to the Sauvage, and I put it right there in the center of the image. So, I could do something like that, but I think I'm going to stick with your Sauvage over the image, over the person of the image. And before I finish up this video, I'm going to go ahead and try and show off one more cool effect I could apply. And we use this with our sports graphic. So, what I could do is I come in and I bring this down and I place it behind the image. So now it's like Dior, but it's not clearly seen. It's barely seen behind the model. So now Dior like that, and then Sauvage like so, and then I just come in and bring this down. So I really could rock it and have my advertisement like that per se, like so. So honestly, like I said, up to you, up to what you guys want to advertise. Wanted to emphasize, just use the tools that I showcased here. And if you guys have any questions, you can message me on Facebook, @Mwange. All my socials are there. And if you'd like to join the classroom, just message me on Facebook as well. Otherwise, just end the video. Thank you guys. And hope to see you guys in the next lesson.